Hey y'all, this is CC Cycle 2, Week 7. Today for math, we just had the 13s, so we swayed back and forth. And I cannot remember the tune, but we did 13, 26, 39, and 52, 65, 78, 91, 104, 117, 130. I think that might be the tune, but anyway, we just swayed back and forth and went through them, said the facts through. I think that's it. And then for Latin, we added a new tense. We're talking about perfect tense. So first conjugation endings, perfect tense. And it went e isti it imis istis errant, first conjugation, perfect tense. And for science, we did what are 6 forms of pollution. So we did noise, air, water, land, thermal, radioactive. And I'm trying to think if we did anything specific. I think we just went around the room and just kind of popcorned off of one another and just said them and did the motions. I really wasn't very fun today, guys. I'm sorry. I try to be super fun, but sometimes I just can't get into it. And so it was one of those weird, awkward days where I wasn't myself today. So for English, we talked about possessive pronoun adjectives. And so in the chicken dance song, we just say possessive adjectives: my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. And we just sang that through several times. And then, we did review at the same time. So we just keep reviewing the previous 3 weeks. So now we're 4 weeks in. I think there's 3 more weeks. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Right. And for timeline, we left off last week with John the Baptist. And of course, they always just go right into Jesus the Messiah. Because how can you leave out Jesus, right? And so we did hand motions again from the CC website. So we did Jesus. We made an M, the Messiah, and there's such a long pause. So Jesus the Messiah. And then Pentecost of the early church, we talked about how they were speaking in tongues and this early church, and so we did pointed to our tongue, and then we did little flames. Persecution spreads the gospel, so we're fighting, and then we take a G and we're like turning the pages of the Bible. Herod's temple destroyed by Titus, so we did a T on for the temple on a foundation. So Herod's temple destroyed by Titus, another T. Diocletian, so make a D. So, D, Diocletian, so I make the D. Diocletian divides the Roman Empire. Constantine legalizes Christianity, do the sign for Jesus again. And then India's Gupta dynasty. We made the Y symbol, and then we did we're gold from the earrings because they were known, that Gupta dynasty, for their golds. So yellow golds. So India's Gupta dynasty. Sorry. Tell me about the Reformation. In history, we sang the song, we erased words, and it was very country-esque. So we did, in 1517, Martin Luther began the Protestant Reformation, and we just danced and swayed, and we were happy with that. And erased words and filled them in. For European Peninsula, we did it to the tune The Ants Go Marching, And so we did, I am drawing a blank all of a sudden. Iberian Peninsula of Portugal and Spain, Balkan Peninsula. Oh no, that is the wrong tune. Okay. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. If I remember, I'll post it somewhere else. So I'll send you a link for it. But we did it to the tune of the ants go marching. The ants go marching one by one. Iberian Peninsula of Portugal and Spain. Balkan Peninsula in Greece. In Greece. Scandinavian Peninsula, Norway and Sweden, and Apennine Peninsula, Italy. That's it. We started the tin whistle today. That was great. I would say have them just practice. We talked about how Mary Had a Little Lamb is the cycle song. And so we just practiced using the pads of our fingers and covering the holes. We did play through it so they can practice that. But on the other side, next week we'll start Silent Night. And that's the song that we're going to do at presentation at lunchtime during the Christmas party. We're going to play that song for all the parents. So, excuse me. And the sun prints were a lot of fun. So we had a great time. If your kids ask, it is oxidation. So the ultraviolet rays from the sun oxidize the iron and cyanide in on the paper that's exposed. That was the blue. I couldn't remember the word. So that's it though. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you next week. Bye.